passage from the Holy Koran which seems particularly appropriate to Islamic relief's work, and which says in verse 32 of Al-Ma'idah Surah, "Whoever saved a life, it would be as if he saved the life of all mankind." Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for saving and transforming so many lives over the past 25 years. And may there be many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century. In his name and after his example, I come not to be served, but to serve.
King Charles, the monarch of Great Britain, holds the title of defender of the Christian faith, yet his actions suggest he is serving a different God and upholding a faith contrary to biblical Christianity.
We've got all sorts.
I made a video, I think it was during Brexit, and when the Queen died, and King Charles was going to be obviously the next leader or ruler of the monarchy. And I actually made a prophecy that if you look at all the Charles of England, they all were done for treason in one way or the other. This is my dog, right? In one way or the other. That video you can actually find if you look up King Charles and the Queen when she died. And what's interesting is that my prophecies or my words have come to fruition, and I will tell you why. King Charles, during Ramadan, was actually quoting from the Koran.
Passage from the Holy Koran which seems particularly appropriate to Islamic relief's work, and which says in verse 32 of Al-Ma'idah Surah, "Whoever saved a life, it would be as if he saved the life of all mankind." Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for saving and transforming so many lives over the past 25 years. And may there be many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century. Many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century.
Dressed in the Muslim clothes, him and Camilla, dressed in a Muslim attire, while quoting a silly verse that if you as much as strike one person, it is as if you're striking the whole of humanity. One single verse, when during at the time when Muhammad was at his weakest, and he used that term in order to survive and to pretend that Islam, or the religion of Islam, was a pacifist and it was gentle. But he totally ignored Surah chapter 10, the whole of Surah 9, when he says kill the unbelievers wherever you find them. He totally ignored that. He also totally ignored the fact that you cannot have a defender of faiths who then totally ignores that Islam does not believe in the divinity of Christ. Muslims do not believe in the divinity of Christ, and therefore what is King Charles doing? Allowing, if you like, this amalgamation of faiths into what's supposed to be a Christian country. And the reason being that the woke agenda is as such that if you can, this is what the liberals have done, paint Christianity as a white man's religion and paint Islam as the solution to mankind. You know, it's about colorism and it's about the woke liberal agenda that's using total deception in which to destroy the Christian faith, because most liberals are not Christians. You know, believe it or not, just do your research. Extreme liberals are actually into occult, into witchcraft, you know. So therefore, their war is on Christianity. And if they can portray Christianity as a white man's religion, two for the price of one, they take down the Christian faith and promote Islam, which they regard to be non-threatening. But I did say, if you look at my video, during, I think it's during Brexit vote, or lockdown, when Her Majesty the Queen died, and I made a prophecy that this would happen. I made a prophecy that King Charles would betray England because all the Charles I, Charles II, betrayed, you know, their own country. And I made that. So it's interesting that what happened, how he sat there, or stood there confidently, you know, knowing full well that, you know, people are in such a state that no one is going to question the integrity of his beliefs or what he stands for. Come on, Woody. Right. Okay, right. You know, but it's interesting because at the end of the day, and that is King Charles, he really doesn't stand for anything. King Charles is nothing more than a puppet. He's nothing more than a puppet, and a puppet that really follows the same line of all the Charles. It must be a curse. There must be a curse somewhere in the monarchy that all the Charles I, Charles II, were all traitors. All Charles I and Charles II, you know, were all traitors, you know, and now King Charles will follow the same suit. But obviously he will not be done for treason because England is not a Christian country, not anymore. We can see the evidence where you can see the monarchy, right? Let me talk for a walk, right? When you can see the monarchy standing out like this, you know England is in a very, very bad state. When they're having some kind of pagan feast in Windsor Castle, you know something is wrong. You know, and he had nothing to say on Christian persecution, nothing whatsoever. He was quiet on that, which tells you that King Charles is obviously anti-Christian and the royal family are anti-Christians. They're just using that platform, you know, as a false patriotism, when in reality, you know, you don't know what they stand for until it's too late. You know, until it's too late. It's a travesty. You even got the police force now allowing you to pray 5 times a day. The police force. They never begin to realise, you know, is England cursed or something? Like it's come to this state. You know, you couldn't make it up, could you? A one small country that was powerful. And look at the state she's in now. She doesn't even know what she stands for. She doesn't even know what the hell she believes in. You know, let me know. What do you think of this video? You know, it shows you that England is over. It's over. And I don't think any political party, I don't care who they are, can save it. They're all playing a game.
Many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century. Many blessings, inshallah, on your work during the next quarter of a century.